Hello everyone, and welcome on back to, well, the fucking Pain Tran on a bonus stream, where, it's just gonna be Big Pain Pecco. Ah, I see what happened. My controller's still enabled? Probably not. Haha! Start off bonus stream with technical difficulty, that's the best thing you can do, right? It's always the best. It's just bad. There we go, now it's charging up. But, yeah. Hey Evie, I see you popped on by. Hopefully you stuck around through the long intro, but yeah. You've got, how many files do I still have? Do we have to farm more? Oh! We used like 250 blood vials last time. We're definitely gonna have to farm more later. Unless, of course, we actually kill the orphan. If we manage that, we don't have to go farming. See, I don't have to waste resources if I can actually kill the target. I just have to actually kill the target. I feel like my tactics aren't working, but we're getting to phase 2 more often. I'm not gonna say more often than not, because, well, we still aren't. But, more often than we started at. So we are improving. Alright. Let's see if we can't, make a family reunion happen, yeah? Oh, of course, still too far. Oh. And already dead. At least didn't use any fire. We did use bullets, but we have plenty of those on hand. Got plenty of bullets on hand. Bullet. Should be aight. Should be aight. Decoration pieces. Why is you sassy child? Supposed to get stunned there, bro. Come on. Come on. some health back with that. I pressed dodge. I pressed circle. But it didn't take. It didn't take the circle fast enough. But yeah, so today's stream is just this. And farming for more vials as needed, but mostly just this. Until we beat him. If we beat him in the next 5 minutes, stream's done. If we beat him in the next 5 hours, stream's done. How long will it take? I have no idea. It's only pain? It is only pain, Onionish. How's it going? Don't do a follow-up attack on him, buddy. No follow-up attacks left. Beat him again. I was fully expecting that to actually get me in the splash. Oops. But I get for dash for rolling away rather than toward. I need to dodge into the weapons, not away from them. Friend of yours destroyed every semblance of confidence you had playing your main Guilty Gear, absolutely demolishing me with her. Damn. Was she using a good old brisket? No budget? I don't know much of a Guilty Gear. I just know of Bridget. And I love her. Giovanna? Well, you just have to learn how to get good as Giovanna then and school your friend back. Nope, missed. Ow, that was my ankles. no attack. You're not allowed. Ow. Nice, check out the back on that. Nice. I guess I mistimed that backstab. Because there's a small window of opportunity. I do know that for a fact. Because I have done it once, but also because I know that for a fact. He's immune to backstabs during the animation. But then there's a window of opportunity. Had to get rid of some frustration of breaking randoms online. Can't handle the pressure of playing online. I never play online, like any game. Honestly, that's one of the things that made me never play Dark Souls when I was young. Was the forced online bullshit. I think I did actually maybe play or pirated once as a child. But actually disconnected from the internet so I couldn't play online. Beat him 2 out of 3 times. Power's racing. Damn. Wish I could beat this guy even 1 out of 3 times. 1 time out of 1,000 is all I need to win, eventually. Yeah, Onion, I've been at this fight for, like, I want to say 4 or 5 streams. So that's like somewhere between 12 and 20 hours cumulative. Basically just this dude. I've had some bosses in this game where I'd killed in my first try. There was this one boss I killed on my 3rd try, or was it 2nd? That was one of the hardest bosses in this game, allegedly. But I got it fairly quickly, so my confidence in my playing ability was high. Oh. But now there's this boss. And it is low. Like 1 out of every 5 times I can get him to 2nd phase. Well, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna use all 19. To be fair, Orphan is pretty hard. Yeah. One of my main streamer friends. Definitely not the hardest boss in the DLC. I've heard differently, as well as literally everyone on the internet saying otherwise. Like, yeah, this is the hardest boss until Millennia. But, who is Lawrence again? Or maybe Lawrence was after this, I don't know. haven't done that yet, I don't think.
Orphan's fair Lawrence has a lot of absolute bullshit. Orphan's second phase seems to have a lot of absolute bullshit. Fourth way, just remove my target lock all the time. And that slam was pretty bullshit. That was worse than it can be. That's where that lightning starts. Alright. Get rid of that so I don't read that onion, because those are spoilers. Please don't. I haven't fought Lawrence yet. I don't think. I haven't fought any cleric beast on fire yet. I'm just trying to struggle bus my way through the Orphan first. That's all I want to do, man. I want to fight the Orphan. Well, I don't want to fight the Orphan. I just want to kill the Orphan. I just want to give the Orphan a nice family reunion. Let him meet his parents, you know? Because we know his mother's dead right here. So I'm trying to make him meet his mom. Who knows where the dad's at? I don't know. Nah, you're all good, Onion. I don't think I have, like, no spoilers really put out anywhere. Just that this is first playthrough.
Got that disco. Wasn't worth it. Bonus damage is not worth it. Orphan's at 100%. There it goes. I dodged, but okay. Heal. Heal. Bigger check. All of my health. Hey. I am unjustly comparing my progress to previous progress I've made, out of luck. Like, my last stream on Thursday, I got him down to 10%, like twice, and then still died. But yeah, thank you. I felt I was doing well, and then the AoE attacks, the big splashes, they have far bigger range than they appear. Did I get greedy? Maybe a little bit. But it's really those AoEs that don't look like they should hit, that just do. Anyways, because fuck you. Those would get me. I mean, I do have incredibly low stamina. So that doesn't help. I've like basically not level stamina. Did I have a particular reason to? It just felt like it was a trap. Because how little it was increasing it at all, compared to how much I could increase my damage. I managed to one-shot the Orphan? Damn. Oh, you mean first try the Orphan. Still impressive. Hey! And there we go. After a week, we have killed the cause. Fucking hell. After a week. I'm gonna mark this and maybe go back and make a fucking highlight of it.
Sweet child of Cos turns to the ocean. A bottomless curse. A bottomless
I'm
sea.
shaking.
Accepting of all that there is and can be.
That was worth 8 insight and 60,000 blood. Are these doing anything different? Are they still praying? Yep. Okay. We only used 5 blood vials. Oh, we also have pause parasite. I guess that's the item. Where is it? Oh, it's a weapon. It's an arcane weapon that we can't even hope to use. But there's more though, right? What else is in this DLC? I was told there was another boss. Let's, maybe I should actually put some points in my endurance.
Farewell, good.
Alright. And... oh, the Canehurst armor set. 120/70. I think that's better than what I currently got. But whew, we beat the Orphan, and it took less than an hour this time. All it took was doing it on a Sunday, apparently. And that is all it took. Let's change our rune set back to, yeah, that'll work for me. Probably can't repair our weapons. Nah. There's more to do in the DLC though, isn't it? I'm very much under that impression that there was more. Oh, where's Aqua when you need them? Or Nihilus? I don't see anything else out here to the water. But let's go run. Nope, invisible wall. Okay. Maybe you can help there, Onion. Where is that cleric beast that's on fire? I mean, under the impression I'd been, like, everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Goes down this path. Right, this was, there wasn't anything down this path. We had already cleared it, it was just items. The other way brought us back to the well. Ooh, another curse gem. Now, this was the only place we hadn't been. Yeah, this just takes us back to the well here. Hi. Running away. Yeah, he's the only two assholes that's after. realized there was 2 of them. Yeah, should have done a visceral on at least one. Let me, I guess, read some items. Let's see. All the insides of Koss was swamped, teeming with parasites. The old hunter bell. Brain fluid. Ainhurst badge. We've already gone through all of that. Firing hammer badge. Radiant sword, sword hunter. Bark. Unopened summons for Canehurst. We don't know for whom. Already been through. Grant eyes with surgery alter skull. Oh, that's why we put it in the skull. Okay. Give it eyes. Yeah, well. I guess we have to find out where to go some other time then. Because this took far less than I anticipated. Oh, turn to the dream again, I suppose. So now I don't know where to go, what to do. And I feel like this was too short to stream. But I do have something to do in the meantime, because I feel like this was far too short. I didn't expect it to be less than an hour. I know I said if it took 5 minutes, then it would take 5 minutes and we'd be done. But I didn't think that would come true. I didn't anticipate such a thing. That was beyond my wildest imaginings. Let me just make a quick little video. Alright. Let's play some King of the Castle. Okay. Yeah, let me hide this out now. And let me just put my PlayStation to rest now and start making changes to stream title and everything as appropriate. I am still in shock right now. I'm gonna be honest. I am still heavily in shock. Because, like, what? How? How did I actually manage to kill the orphan so quickly? Alright. Castle. There we go. Do. And now it's time for us to do something extremely chill. Oh, yeah, I need to install the extension for y'all. That extension. Oh, no configuration necessary. Okay. So that should be available for you nerds now. Just need to capture game audio now. You up now? Yeah, there it is. Mute my own tab. Ah, here we go. Cool. Cool, cool. And, we can only choose 3 regions. Go with these 3. And then we'll vote on it in the future. But, would anyone want to become nobility of mine? Type join followed by pronoun. And, you'll join in the nobility. You'll be one of my various nobles. I know, it's far different from the Bloodborne, which you clicked into, but yeah, I actually finished that. And I'm still like, how? So, well, let me let you know what King's Castle is if you haven't played it before. I am the monarch of a kingdom. You, after typing exclamation join, space, a pronoun, she, he, they, that automatically assigns they if you don't put anything. You can become one of my nobles, whether you're of the March, whether you're a baron of the March, a grandee of the south, or a patrician of the coast. Your goal is to work with your fellow region nobility to overthrow me and to install your true monarch. There'll be like an NPC that's like, hey, I should actually be in charge, not this person. So your goal is to instill your own monarch onto the throne. And, you know, oust me. But yeah. I don't know how this works if I don't have nobility. Or if it's only one. Yeah, I'm unsure on that. Well, let me see. Let me ping my buddy. And the audio's coming through fine. Yeah, doesn't look like it's too loud. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hit begin. We'll see what happens. Or, no, it doesn't even let me actually. Yeah, so I need at least a noble. Please. If you're the sole noble, you'll have like the sole ability to vote on directions, so it might be very easy to win if you don't have any fellow nobles to compete with. Fancy fun. But yeah, I've been curious about playing this since my friend Snakeitis. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shout out. My friend Snake has been playing it, as you can see there. And it's been very fun trying to get him killed. And to install my own legacy onto the throne. That's my plan. Though I always have grander plans than the game wants to allow me to have. Like, I want him to marry my offspring so that I marry into the throne and my family can carry it on. But also, it's also his family, sure. But I mean, it's my family on the throne. And that's what really matters. That it is my lineage. Because clearly I am superior. Can I actually join myself? Will it let me? Okay. It lets me. Perfect. I am both a monarch and a noble. Face me of your dad. Maybe at least two. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe this was a bad idea, y'all. Oh, but don't worry, next Tuesday I'll definitely be returning. Definitely be returning next Tuesday with more Bloodborne. We have game to finish. I don't have any alts to join. So I'm gonna need y'all too. It's fun, I promise. You know, while we sit here, I'm just going to go AFK for a moment. So I'm just going to hide me and slap a big ol' BRB on screen. Big ol' text. There we go. And I will be back. Hey, Mr. 8 Moleman. How's it going? Let me just, boop and boop. And I am back. Can I start with just you and a copy of me? No. That's unfortunate. Alright. Since we can't get a third person to join. I didn't know there was a lower limit. I'll be honest, I didn't know we needed one of each. It makes sense that we need one of each of the regions being represented. But if we can't get a third, then we're gonna have to switch to the Minecraft. Yeah, if we can't get a Grandee of the South in, I might just switch to some chill Minecraft instead for a bit. Until I feel like enough time's passed to justify ending stream. Because the Orphan still did not take long. If y'all don't want to talk, let me make a poll. I have to go relearn how to make a poll. If you just type... Okay, just type in slash poll's gonna let me. I'll set it for 5 minutes there. Should we actually chill with this, provided we can get a third? Or we just do some Minecraft? Bloodborne out of title. My bad. I didn't realize that was still there. That and say that better. Now that's more my style. But yeah, with this game, there's plenty of voting that comes up. There are stats for your region, where you determine, through the votes of like random events, like how we are going to handle it. Do, like, say, giant spiders in a forest. Do we want to burn down the whole forest? Do we want to force the people to, accept the spiders? Or do we want to send the army to go murderize the spiders? Hey, Sniperary. How's it going? Thanks for joining as the, Grandee of the South. That would let us actually begin the game now, I believe. Okay. Did you not want to be a Grandee? I'll let this poll tick down. And hey, Captain Clap. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining in. It's also a grandee of the South. Honestly, it'd be better if it randomly decided to make you a patrician, because, kind of joined myself. I wanted to see if the game would let me, and it did. I can't leave. Which is kind of funny, since, the first game I ever played, I was also a patrician of the coast. So, I mean, But, yes. I wonder how y'all will try to dispose of me. Because, my friend Snakeitis, I've seen him get got in a million of ways. He's been assassinated. He's been blown up. Plan to dispose of me via bees? No! No! Not the bees! Not the bees! No! Anything but the bees. They'll sting me, then they'll die, then we will have less honey because there'll be more dead bees. But, I would be curious if you can do it with bees. Like, I mean, that'd be a fun way to go out, I'm gonna say. That'd be interesting sequence of events to hope occur. Alright. If the poll stays tied, then I will hit begin game once it's done. God, we're fucked if that's the case. Well, Captain Klepto, you are a captain. That puts you at a higher rank than the sniper. Like, snipers are often decent rank, but captain's, you know, kind of in charge. Y'all grandees need to work together. Meanwhile, I guess I'm working against myself as the patrician. You're the captain of a pirate ship? That makes sense with a name like Klepto. Last time you played, you almost created a genocide against the vampires? Ooh, nice. Alright, well, let's stick with King Castle then. Let's begin the game. Alright. So I need to win via the path of victory. I need to acquire an heir, then complete my ambition. But I need to keep an eye on your schemes. If you pass all 3 stages, you'll win. Also, I need to keep your defiance low, or you could rebel against me, which could postpone my plans of winning, or defeat them entirely. You nobles need to pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Make sure you vote for the good of your kingdom. My patrician vote will be for the good of the patricians, not for myself. Just you know, have that extra vote in there. If you don't think you can win your scheme, you can always rebel. But, it's risky, because pause your scheme, and if you have low military, you probably won't win. RP the greedy green boys? Exactly. That's the plan. Each season I get 3 events to play. Okay. Let's start with the, coronation then. Oh, I need to keep all 3 of these stats above 0. I didn't actually know that. Good to know. Defiance is higher than both authority and stability. You can rebel. Okay. And then click Noble List to see the entire list of nobles. Is the text fairly easy for y'all to read? Me to kill as many creatures, including humans? Is the text clear for y'all? Or do I need to mess with the screen size? But of course, Your Majesty. But to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. They wouldn't dare. You should pay more attention to your history books, Your Majesty. The nobles are always plotting something. Yeah, it's true. But I'm the Omnisider. They shouldn't dare to attack me. You can read it fine too, Big DJ? Thank you, thank you. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Get this over with, then. And shall we call the nobles in? Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate the change here. Down arrows or up arrows. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. Okay. From choices, I can influence some of the laws of the land. I'll use one law per vote. And then y'all will vote with exclamation vote, followed by the voting letter. So A, B, C, or D in this case. And I may close the vote anytime after all nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. Alright, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that I don't want to be thrown in the river. I'm going to go ahead and veto that. But, y'all do as you wish. Knowing what I know of the patricians, I'll go ahead and, have them vote for A. If someone else joins in as a patrician, I'll just abstain from voting as a patrician entirely. Or maybe I should vote with whatever they vote with. But until then, I'm just going to just roleplay as one of them. Alright, so we don't have the Baron here. It's unfortunate, I can't move anyone around. But alright. Let's have that religious ceremony then, honoring the 9th god, you grandees. Of course you would want that. In the hallowed halls of St. Bertrand's Cathedral, the Archbishop places the crown upon your head before launching into a sermon. Increases faith across the kingdom. And that is why Claire is the queen, ordained by divine right, chosen by the 9th god, and elevated above all. If the assembled nobles were plotting against you, perhaps the threat of eternal damnation has given them second thought? Probably not. Alright. Heir and ambition. I must acquire an heir and complete my ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful, but not necessary. I need to complete my ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps me, or before I lose all authority, treasury, stability. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You are new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. Those fools couldn't scheme their way out of the paper bag. Better queens than you have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, Your Majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir, and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I want to be known as a conqueror. A warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest, over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I'll return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alright. Now I need to be introduced to y'all fuckers. Including myself as the patricians. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom. The wealthy coast, the scorching south, and of course, the bleak march. Let me meet the grandees. Sniper Air. I don't know how you want to pronounce that. May the ninth god bless your reign, Your Majesty. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Barons. Hello, Baron Mr. Ed Mullman. Hail, well met, Your Majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, Premium nobles? It's myself. Me! And with that, the introductions are done, because I've met myself. This is weird and awkward for everyone involved, I'm sure. Council Hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand my favor. I sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Just my schemy twin demanding the throne. It's true. It really is. Alright. This is also the regions around us. We got Talion and the Ashmodean Empire, bordering both the March and the South. Across the sea, the Isle of Sol, Kurth, Danea, Valimir, and Atesh. And to our north, the frozen wastes, bordered only by the coast. The coast has a significant amount of land in this game. Like, basically all of it except for the Crown lands, and then this section owned by the March, which is kind of like Switzerland here. And then they extend into, you know, see how much ocean they have? I mean, they have like all of the ocean. Wait, why can I move the map this far out? Is there unknown lands that we can explore? That'd be neat. Alright, nobles. Now is your time to vote for a randomly selected scheme. It seems that the Baron is currently away. So if anyone would like to fill in as Baron, try your luck at !join before we actually get to the voting part. And hope that you're a Baron. Or a Patrician, it'll be one of the two. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes made with 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. They may have stun-locked the game. No, because the time will end and then it'll just randomly choose one. I think it'll choose the top one, because I think in a tie it prefers the top option. When have the barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne, says Johann, the NPC claimant. Alright. So, Mr. 8 Moleman, if you're still here, please, how would you like to dispose of me? If anyone else watching, feel free to, try to join in as a Baron and get on this action in the next, 5 seconds. It says 10, but, you know, Twitch delay. Well, 2 of these are lower stability, one's lower authority, so there's not too much going on there. But let's assume subterfuge. Let's see. What is the random option for the Barons? The gunpowder plot? Oh no. I'm familiar with that one. The Republic of Kurth has the substance called gunpowder, With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible queen would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the queen's wrath. Everyone should fear my wrath. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in the next 2 seasons. Well, they have to do that in 2 seasons. The NPC climate of Santana. A false pretender occupies the throne when my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Now it's time for the grandees to vote. Will you try to put in a doppelganger, which you want lowest defiance, for now? Do you want to try to intimidate me, to raise the other's defiance? Or do you want to threaten excommunication on me, to lower stability? Which shall y'all do? Let's get a doppelganger for the already twin king. Oh no. Then close the vote and go with that. You're gonna try to get a doppelganger installed. Get Santana in there. Well, the grandees plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger, not my patrician cousin. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the grandees must be the region with the lowest defiance in 2 seasons. Guess since everyone's tied, you do have the lowest? And fluid intake, you got it, sniper. Oh no, how are the grandees gonna overthrow me? How is my cousin with the exact same name as I going to overthrow me? The fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Claire. Something must be done. Need to be fast? That's fine, Captain. Will the patricians vote for monopoly, conspiracy, or corruption? I did like the conspiracy option last time I was a patrician. So they will go with that. They want me to spend money out of my own pockets so that they can buy everything. Seems like the patrician plan for me. The patricians plan to sink the queen under an ocean of debt. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Claimants. Review the region's schemes and their claimants. Johann, the long-lost nephew, Santana, the false pretender, and Irina, the bastard offshoot. When I have an heir, it'll appear on the right side of the page. If my reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. Welcome back, Captain. Klepto. This vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and my heir, if I have one. Okay. Alright. Well, let us end the season. And start the next one proper. I have a petitioner from afar. Choose my honor guard, and I can't... Disquiet in the south. Okay. It's hidden behind the banner. It's hard to read. I should probably choose my honor guard first. Do I know Mike? I do know a Mike. But there's a lot of Mikes. Now that I'm queen, I need... Hold on. Now that you are queen, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I'd like to see you try. Is this your imagination? Or does your marshal stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. I know, but it used to be called Average Joe. Nice. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What about the Palace Watch? Hoorah! Don't make me laugh, Your Majesty. These tin soldiers can keep out the riffraff, but do you expect them to stand up to a warlock, or Chatter the Viper, or me, for that matter? Aw. What's the honor guard? Ever since King Errol the Great, royalty have enjoyed the protection of an elite honor guard, selected from one of the regions of the kingdom. They will accompany you at all times, test your food for poison, sleep outside your bedroom. Make sure you like their faces, Your Majesty, because you'll be seeing them a lot. What are my options? The patricians with champion gladiators from the arena, the grandees with fierce battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Battle nuns got the best face. It's true. I do have a disposition for the battle nuns. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me about the coastal gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? What about the southern battle nuns? Terrifying warriors. They've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. Alright, but what about the veterans of the march? These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails. What about the foreign mercenaries? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners would be considered an insult to all regions. Okay. I think I gotta go with the southern nuns, the battle nuns. Just because I do like the battle nuns. They arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod you silently, their solemn steel masks betraying nothing, before filing into formation behind your throne. Alright. Let's get this grandee one out the way here. Disquiet in the south. Your Holiness. Oh, it's Captain Klepto. Your Holiness. My peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me. Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an ascetic life, and that I should do the same. They want to match their outfits with their decor? No, not aesthetic, ascetic. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite the overreaction. The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself a voice of the ninth god, and the peasants hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any moment. You have this conversation every time you use the word aesthetic. Aesthetic. I just have trouble pronouncing it sometimes. It's S versus S. No aesthetic. Alright. Should we send someone to infiltrate the cult of the anti-whelp followers? Should we infiltrate the communists? Should we aggressively break up the communist meetings? Or should we fire the troublemakers and hire new servants from the march? You know, I don't have a preference on this. So, y'all be free. No stands for not religious, not stupid. But yeah, y'all feel free to choose whatever options you have. I have no stake in this gambit. Ah, you want to fire the troublemakers and hire new servants? Okay. Alright. I see y'all grandees. Already at 0 defiance. The barons welcome the extra cash for the use of their peasants. Oh, lowered the baron's defiance instead. Ah, I see. But y'all grandees have lost some money. But meanwhile, more and more southern servants discard their possessions to follow Ortega's teachings. That could spell trouble for y'all later. Alright, let's see the petitioner from afar. Your Majesty, there's a petitioner here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. I assume you have good reason for letting her in? You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Oriad. I have a proposition for you. Oriad? Where are you from? Distant shores, Your Majesty. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret. Who are you exactly? I am but a humble ship's captain, once of great renown, but that was a different time. This is interesting combo? Not the pirate then? No, Your Majesty. I would never countenance the thought. Tell me more. 3 ships are docked in a harbor to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder, and they each boast a full battery of cannons. They are all yours, in return for a small favor. And what is this favor? I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show you soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. Alright, what did you do? I don't know what you mean, Your Majesty. I simply wish to keep my dealings private. You will forgive me, I hope. Well, I do have a preference. I want to provide safe harbor and Oriad, for Oriad, in exchange for the muskets. That's what I would like. But, of course, y'all nobles are the ones who choose. Because, I mean, I can vote. But it is in the... well, the patrician's coast, so it would increase the military and decrease stability. Alright. Well, looks like I get what I want. Yay! We will provide safe harbor for Oriad. Oriad and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers as promised. Oh, everyone's military went up by 2. Well, that's the best for me, because I want high military across my regions. Why? Because I want to conquer everything. I am Claire Omnisider, after all. Everything in this world must fall under my banner, and I need a mighty military for such a thing. Oriad demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. Nice. And that is the end of this season. I wonder if the borders ever change. Ah, time for auction! Everyone get your money ready, get your money ready. Use your wealth to bet on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen. When an auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command: !fund letter amount, where X is your personal wealth. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin. So, we have, under the barons, an aqueduct and a theater. An aqueduct would increase the barons' farming. The theater would decrease the kingdom's authority. You can vote for both for the barons if you wish. You can also build a prison or a thieves guild. The prison would lower stability for the kingdom. The thieves guild would lower trade for the grandees. Sniper, the auction has not yet started. Because I'm just going over everything. Then there's an observatory to lower the faith. of the patricians. And then there's a stadium to lower the military of the patricians. Wow, there's a lot of negative effects in this time. There's only one increase. Everything else lowers things. Why are we lowering our trade? Oh, it wouldn't be you lowering your trade, Captain. It would be someone else funding the Thieves Guild to be built in Grandee territory. To lower your trade. It'd be someone attacking you, basically. Literally nothing yellow once here. Yeah, everything's lower. Let's open up the auction. And the patricians, well, they honestly would want to fund that Thieves Guild. Because they want to have the highest trade. Captain, it's fund, not vote. Fund. Oh, Sniper's also funding C as well. Ah, man. Captain, do you want to redo your funding? I mean, you have 700. You can actually outbid either of them, or could have. But alright. So, Sniper contributed the most to both, getting both the Thieves Guild and the prison. Now, note, Sniper, you could have funded any of the other ones as well. You didn't need to just be under the Grandee vote. That's just the region that we'd be built in. Alright, so stability of the kingdom's going down, and trade's going down. Nobody really needs stability to be low. You just want to hold cash? I mean, that's fair. That's a mood. Alright, let me go ahead and start with finding a spouse. Whomst shall I espouse? In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. I absolutely fucking can. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. Fuck off. You'd better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men? Women? Do you not mind? I want women. I like girls. Excellent. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Can I marry Oriet? She already piques my interest. She already piques my interest on that. A private exchange? Ah, it's patricians. Yes, I think so. Hot dog. The Kurth captain that allowed you to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons? She has been the cause of some concern. Oh no, not Oriet. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a Kurth spy. Very well, I will have a word with her. I find Oriet pacing the halls, far from her assigned chambers. May I help you? Kurth bounty hunters landed in the coast not long ago. And they're looking for me. Well, how should I know? You didn't tell me. You neglected to give me any good details. I did not expect them to come here. Clearly I was wrong. Tell me what you did, and I might help you. My crime was a crime of thought. I dared to disagree with the other senators on a matter of great import. So you're a senator of Kurth? I was, once. Now I am nothing. You'll be fine if you stay with me. Are you sure? I am the queen. There is nowhere safer. Very well. I hope my trust is not misplaced. I don't want to spark ire with Kurth way across the sea just yet. Are we just doing a romance Oriad run now? You go. I think so. Hey, is she pretty? I'm gay. What more do you want from me? There's a problem with the followers of that southerner Ortega. Her teachings have spread to the march. Worse, she's getting stronger. She's performing miracles. Healing a woman's broken arm with a single touch. Curing an old man's blindness. Y'all scared to go get her? Hell yeah. All over the march, the common folk are throwing away their goods and cursing the Baroness for their greed. Now they're clashing with the priests, even starting brawls in the streets. Every day we lose more workers to this cult. Ooh, challenges. Alright. Should we join with the church to officially denounce Ortega? That's a faith challenge. If Ortega is performing miracles, she must be recognized as an official member of the church. 40% chance with authority, 6% with faith. Or we should have Ortega assassinated. It'll raise authority and use money from the treasury. Let's just kill her. That is what I was wanting to do, yes. And it's a good opportunity for me to use the patrician vote to empty my coffers a bit. Because that is what the patricians want. To lower my monies. And the other ones, you know, they're percenters, they're challenges. Having Ortega assassinated may or may not actually work. But it does increase authority and lower treasury. So it is against what the barons want too. Sniper, are you not voting? We voted to have Ortega assassinated. A little money in the right place sweeps your problems clean away. For now. Just your apprentice? Okay. Also, we just made a martyr though. That's the issue with having figures assassinated like that. They become a martyr. But that's why you have a military. So we can take care of such problems. In a distant fortress of the march, amidst dark and foreboding forest, a small, squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There, at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. When has a martyr ever founded a religion? Exactly! You know, it never happens. Have the merchants from Kurth arrived with the gunpowder? Not yet. They still fear the Queen's reprisals, not to mention their own government. Then our work is not done. We need to weaken Queen Claire's grip. The Baron's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. Seeking a simulacrum in the south. In the south, beneath a scorching sun, Grandee Captain Klepto is strolling through her vineyard in the company of a few close friends. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed, and here it is. Behold! Your Majesty, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any... Quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the Queen. It's a peasant who's the Queen's spitting image. God above! And just in time. The Spymaster trusts us so much that she's not noticed we're fortifying the border. Hey, your military went up. That's good for me. That means we can move to the next phase. Kidnapping the Queen and putting this fool in her place. Oh no, you can't kidnap me. I'll kill you. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos. Bad enough that the Queen's abduction can slip past unnoticed. The next stage of the scheme, the Grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Oh. Well, stability's 4. I need to raise that. Y'all ain't progressing that scheme any further. I need high stability, high authority, and high military across all the fiefdoms. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The treasury's not empty. The queen won't be tempted by our loan offers. Maybe we could arrange some kind of heist? Don't get ahead of yourself, Lady Patrician. This coup will be conducted entirely within the bounds of the law. We have our principles, after all. The patrician's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. I may collect a common tax or target a specific kingdom or region. Taxing a region will increase their defiance stat and decrease noble wealth. Well, honestly, the barons gained 500 wealth as well as they're rich and they're not here. Exactly. So yeah, I'll get some extra coin, decrease their wealth, increase their defiance by 1. It's fine. Alright, let's look at the eligible options for my spouses and say no to all of them. I went to Orient. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. What if I don't want to marry any of them? That's a decision that can wait until after you've seen them, isn't it? Your mother leads you to a great hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. From the coast, we have Octavia, the wealthy heiress to Lady Patrician Claire Omnisider's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. And apparently she's got a silver tongue, too. No, you just do Tinder? Basically. She's got a silver tongue, huh? She recently gave away half her fortune to the church, much to everyone's surprise. It would be. But we're royalty. That's to royalty, a niece is basically unaffiliated, you know? She's an absolute fountain of energy. No one can keep up with her. I do like the sound of her. From the south, Andona, the eldest daughter of Captain Klepto's lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She's a savvy businesswoman who has had success in the spice trade. Oh, and she's been involved in several high-profile affairs over the years. Major scandals. No, not major scandals. And finally, we have the March's offering. Yvette, scion of the prestigious Mr. 8 Molman bloodline. A gloomy woman, prone to sudden floods of tears. Naturally, the other barons despise her for showing such weakness. She had a meaningful encounter with a wizard a few years ago, and now she spends most of her time brewing strange potions. She's also said to be obsessed with carving a place for herself in history. I'm the one carving a place in history, thank you. What do you think? Of course, by picking a good candidate, you'll anchor the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I've made my decision. None of them. Without a marriage, you are alone. No alliance and no support, not to mention an insult to the most powerful families in the kingdom. What possible reason could you have for choosing not to marry? Will this put me back on the other options? Can I loop? Can I loop? Hey, Seba. See, where did you join? Hey, you're a baron. Your goal is to lower authority so you could eventually blow me up. I can loop, yeah? That's gonna give me the options. Refuse to get married. Alright, well, I guess I should say marriage weigh me down. I want to party. Just because I want an option that's not currently available. Orient, please, my beloved. Marriage would weigh me down. I want to party. You always were an unruly child. Your days of hedonism are behind you now, no matter what you think. You're supposed to be a queen. Queens don't have the luxury of freedom. You'll learn that sooner or later. Ready. I'm single and ready to kingle. That's the achievement I just got. Ready to kingle. Alright, so everyone's defiance went up and stability went down by 1. You're welcome, Grandies. I lowered stability. Speaking of which, let's go follow up with the cult. It's ongoing, the Grandies. Your Highness, the troublesome philosopher Ortega is gone, but her followers are marching on our estates demanding justice. It's the same with the march. They're making her into a martyr. Hey, too, Seba. Can lower stability but increase authority by sending the royal army. We could ask the church to preach forgiveness on all sides. Or we can pay the grandees to give amnesty to Ortega's former followers. Yeah, I'll spend coin to the grandees. Increase y'all's personal wealth. To increase stability, lower defiance. And the patricians would want me to vote. To want me to lose money, so... But, yeah, that seems pretty overwhelming. Let's just go... I can't get into it. But, yeah. So I'm going to lose 1,000 more money. But both of you grandees will gain money. Unless it splits it, but I think you'll just both gain. I issue a proclamation inviting Ortega's followers to enjoy bonus cash and comforts, no questions asked. Oh, Captain Klepto's wealth has increased. You got more money, Captain. But I increased stability, so I'm happy. It's not long before the followers realize that worldly possessions are actually pretty useful, and Ortega's name fades into obscurity. Alright. Now the bounty hunters are coming after Oriad, my lady. Your Majesty, these good folk are bounty hunters, representing the Republic of Kurth, they say. Queen Claire, we greet you humbly. Tell me more about Kurth. It is lovely this time of year. You should visit. Lots of rain, but we make do. As for more important matters, we are searching for someone. A fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, shrimp by the name Oriad. What kind of fugitive is she? The ships under her command are property of the Republic of Kurth, as is their cargo. Well, Kurth, I'm afraid she's under my protection. As we feared. Still, perhaps we can work out a deal. The Grand Pensionary of Kurth is offering a large bounty for the return of this woman, and we are sure that an esteemed queen such as yourself would not risk drawing Kurth's ire. As proof of our goodwill, we will even allow you to keep the firearms that were stolen. Well, we are not handing over Ori. We are not. I would like to just refuse their offer outright. But, it is y'all's call. Now, the patricians, again, want me to lose money, so they'd be voting on C for me to lose money, but I would prefer B, please. I'd like to just refuse the bounty hunter's offer outright. Because I want to marry Oriad. She's pretty. And she stole 3 fully armed warships. And has the training, like... She seems like a great admiral to have on our side. The bounty hunters protest and leave only when I threaten to have them thrown out. The parting words contain chilling warnings of Kurth's retribution, which you hope are only idle threats. Well, looking at my military across the board, I think we're pretty good. Is there anything else I can click on? No, okay. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians meet to plot their latest scheme. The treasure is practically empty, and the queen is struggling to fund her ambitions. We're perfectly placed to offer her a loan. So helpful of us. Indeed, these loan agreements will be as friendly as a bear trap. Absolutely loaded with hidden catches in the small print. Now watch me work my magic. Good evening, Lady Patrician. What exactly is the purpose of this meeting? I heard about the Queen's recent money troubles, and I thought we could both benefit. Sign here, and here. This agreement does seem fair. Very well, I'll sign. The Queen will be pleased. Good night, Patrician, and may the ninth bless you. Alright, gained 2k out of that. The easy as pie. But it's not enough to bankroll the Queen. The rest of the kingdom must be in debt to us as well. To advance their scheme, the patricians must have the highest trade of all 4 regions in 4 seasons. Well, they already have that. Ooh, I can finally adopt a law that alters voting. I can only adopt 1 at a time. Anonymous voting, call for unity, or reverse voting. Call for unity. Get additional stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Yeah. Ooh, plague ship. A curious curse and trade opportunity. Start with that trade opportunity. Your esteemed highness, I've had a fantastic idea to boost trade on the coast. A Celeste Ath fair. A what? A fair. Merchants and adventurers from all over Celeste Ath. Not just Kurth, Saul, and Tavalin, but distant Atesh or mysterious Valimir. Even Ashmodeans, if they can behave themselves. It'll be the first of its kind. A place for traders from across the realm to meet, swap stores, and show off their wares. Of course, we need the council's approval. Ah. Should we hold the fair on the coast? In the south? Or say it's not going to happen? Well, holding on the coast would decrease the treasury and increase the personal bank vault of the patricians, as well as increasing their trade, but it would also increase stability and lower defiance. Holding the south, it'll increase defiance of probably the patricians. I'll still spend money and gain, but the south will gain money, grandees. It'll also increase your trade. Let's do a call for unity. So, let's hope y'all can get together on what you want to do. I'm good with holding it in the coast with the patricians. But it is y'all's vote. The council gets to decide. And so far, y'all are split. Sniper, you put coat. There you go. But to make sure you catch that. Alright, so 2 of y'all are voting B. And well, you grandees gonna get your money. What? No! This was my idea! Oh, now they're high defiance there, but the kingdom increase in stability. Which is against what you grandees want. Because you want my stability lowered. Well, I think it's a great idea. This will put the South on the map. Sure enough, the fair is a great success. Southern cities bustle with travelers from across the known world. Merchants display their wares in the streets, each showing off their most bizarre or coveted items. Bottles full of song, fish made of fog, silk ropes that move like snakes. Money changes hand, deals are struck, the grandees' wealth increased and their trade increased, which works against the patricians. The curious curse. Let's see what this is about. A giant glass globe, filled to the brim with murky water, is wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains Lady Patrician Claire Omnicider, suspended in liquid. She pokes her head above the surface. You piss for life? Shit, you right though. Your esteemed highness, the most infuriating circumstance has befallen me. Can I get you some fish food? This is no laughing matter. I have been cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with these gills, so I can't leave the water for more than a couple minutes. Sister's now a fish, I guess? Yeah? So what did you do to anger this wizard? I happen to own a tannery that is polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How is that supposed to know? I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to remove these gills. Should we send a squad of coastal soldiers to arrest the wizard, which lower military? Should we send a diplomat to politely ask the wizard to reverse the curse, which does nothing, just furthers the thing? Should we close down the tannery? Will increase defiance and decrease the rest? Or we should send the wizard a hamper of fine cheeses and a bottle of wine? That would increase the patricians' defiance, not that their defiance actually matters, to be fair. But I'm going to veto the sending the soldiers, because I don't want to lower military. But now it is up to y'all. What shall we do? Gonna close the tannery to go for anti-global warming? Yeah, I want that global cooling instead. We should make a few volcanoes erupt so we get global cooling. You know, start another miniature ice age. That'll work out for us, yeah? Currently a split vote. Well, what should we do? It'll lower my family's tannery, their wealth. So yeah, let's close down the tannery. After your soldiers close down the tannery and destroy its vats, the nearby beach returns to its former beauty, and Clara Omnicider recovers from her curse. But they are now mutinous and have no money. They are at 50 gold, a patrician with no money. Sure, a few hundred jobs are lost, but it's a small price to pay. Lady Patrician Claire Omnicider appears in the council a few days later, back to her old self. This should totally just spell they can't vote anyway. Though she has a case of the hiccups that persist for several months. Months of hiccups. I can barely stand an hour. The only other thing we can do is the plague ship. The Royal Navy has stopped a ship in the harbor of Thalassus, Your Majesty. It's a merchant vessel from Danaea, and the crew have come down with some kind of plague. The captain refuses to go home, saying his crew need food and medical attention before offloading any cargo. That ship is carrying fine silks and rare dyes worth thousands. I don't care what happens to the crew, we need to secure those goods. Well, you need to tell me more about this plague first. The infected have high fevers, oozing pustules, uncontrollable vomiting. Sounds like creeping scourge, which bumped off half the kingdom a few centuries ago. Let's call a vote. Should we allow it to dock and offload its goods, which will lower everything? Quarantine the ship, take the goods, 50-50 chance. Quarantine the ship and toss the goods in the sea, decrease trade and wealth but increase defiance. Or just go ahead and sink the ship and all aboard. Decrease trade, increase defiance, decrease wealth. Same, but it's probably a harder hit to defiance. Honestly, I want to quarantine the ship but take the goods. That is my vote. That is the monarch's choice. Pandemics never did any harm either. Yeah. Pandemics are fine. We've seen what happened. No, everybody was fine. Here, fuck it, roll those dice. 50-50 shot. It's better than just allowing it. Let's gamble. Let's do some gambling. Quarantine the ship, but take the goods. Failed. Dyes and silks are carried into port, much to Lady Patricia and Clara Omnissider's satisfaction. The crew are left to wait on the ship. Unfortunately, the silks must have been infested with fleas that carry the infection. A week later, your marshal brings dire news. Your Majesty, signs of creeping scourge have been seen in many towns along the coast. We must shut down the roads and quarantine the worst affected areas. We all know quarantines work. Thousands die. Soldiers die. Oh no, not soldiers. Leaving the armies undermanned. Farmers die, leaving the crops to rot in the fields. Fortunately, the plague is contained mostly to the coast. Well, that's good then. That's fine. When the Navy finally board the quarantine ship, months later, they find nothing but corpses. No, I don't want to lower the Patricia. They're like the entire fucking Navy. Sure it won't spread? Yeah. Quarantines work. Quarantines work. They're fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. Alright. Explosion at the port? Theft or new festival? Let's check out this theft first in the march. I'm sure it'll be fine. Your Highness, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Last week, Lady Patricia and Clara Omnissider shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process. Well, she is broke, and her kingdom is in tatters. Depths below. Nonsense. Rummage through your drawers and I'm sure you'll find the thing. Your Majesty, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. Clara Omnissider's ancestor left my ancestor penniless after a cutthroat dice game. That would also be one of my ancestors, you Seva. Not a smart thing to say. Please, being a bad gambler is hardly a grievance. Enough! I know Clara Omnissider stole my priceless ring. It bears the mark's great luck and bounty, and my dear cousin is to wear it when they marry. Well, of course. I'm gonna let y'all be 100% in charge of it. But, the patrician will, of course... Oh, let's see, just leave everyone else out of it, you know? It's a them problem, exactly, yeah. It's a them problem. You know? But, yeah, it's a them problem. Why do we have to bother the real monarch with it, you know? The council has no need to investigate this. Deal with it yourselves. Hey, more stable. This would be disastrous. The loss of our lucky ring will bring ruin upon my family. Alright, well, we swapped their defiance around by 2. Your vote didn't go in? Yeah, Seba, I don't see that you posted anything. Did you type it in the wrong chat? Because I don't see anything in my chat of your vote. Depths below. That's nothing but baseless superstition. Even so, Baron Seba Gaming Crafter's sheep come down with a dreadful disease right afterwards. Oh no, not your sheep. Tension rises between the two families, with fights breaking out between their households whenever they visit the capital. Types it in some poor Dota streamer's chat and they're all confused now. That'd be hilarious if true. Your farm? Yeah. No one cares about farming, right? Check out the explosion at the port. In the quarantined ports. Your Majesty! A ship exploded at port! The water swelled like a tidal wave and my whole town was devastated. What kind of explosion was it? I have no idea, Your Esteemed Highness. All I know is that the ship arrived from Kurth just yesterday and now my docks have been destroyed. Oh no. If I may, this may be the promised retribution of Kurth. Retribution? Then this was an attack! You cannot let this stand, Your Majesty. It's true. Should we ban exports to Kurth? To decrease authority? Should we command Oria to patrol the coast in her gunship? Increase authority and military, I like that. But it will decrease trade. You are the farming baron. Marina's left broke so many times. It really has. We are not handing Oria over to Kurth. I'm vetoing that one, but any of the other options. Preferably, I would say B. Want to, patrol the coast. Any option decreases trade. So, might as well raise military and authority while we're at it. Voting seat? You would, Seba. You would. To further your own goals rather than the goals of the kingdom. Ah. Klepto's voting B. Friendship go Burr. Indeed. Well, with the tide voting, we shall patrol the coast. Oria, my love. Oria to summon from her quarters post-haste. Authority is now imperious. When you tell her a plan, she is more than willing to accept and immediately set sail. And between patrols, she even trained her other captains how to fight against Kurth's cannons. Over the coming months, trade ships from both sides come under attack. Skirmishes on the open sea between the kingdom and Republican navies has become commonplace. Hey, the military is going back up. Yay! With no one willing to give in, the conflict will continue for the foreseeable future. At least you have Oriat on your side. I do, look at her. Yes, yes, yes. Finally, time for the new festival. Your Majesty, I was going through the history books and found the most interesting tidbit. During the reign of Queen Aiga, the kingdom held a huge parade in honor of all the regions coming together. It was called the Day of Kinship, and it was quite the party. Ooh. Wow. That sounds exciting. Visitors flocked to the capital and the city flourished. I hear it made things much more harmonious across the kingdom, too. I suggest we reinstate the Day of Kinship. I never need a reason for a party, let's do it. The question is, how much money do you want to spend on the Day of Kinship? I'm sure the nobles will have opinions on the subject. Money is no object, only the finest parade. Or should I just spend a respectable amount? Or go for the cheapest? Let's just spend a respectable amount. However, the patricians, they don't need me to be broke. But since they have no money, they'd want me to have no money too. Just because of all the bad decisions I've made for their trade. They want me to be broke. But, I don't want to spend that much money. You vote with the barons? Alright, Captain Klepto, I give you a moment to vote then. Vote with the barons for B. Alright. Your respectable amount of funds. Decreasing defiance across the board. The treasurer nods, scribbling down notes. Stiltwalkers, jugglers. She and the Chancellor leave deep in conversation. Soon, word of the Day of Kinship spreads all across the kingdom. Guests are already planning their outfits. Excellent. We shall hold a convention. What a con it will be. It's a furry convention. Ooh, auction. Let's review the options before we start the auction. We have a cathedral, which will increase faith for the barons, or a theater, which will decrease authority across the kingdom. Build an observatory, which will lower faith for the grandees, or a prison, which will decrease stability across the kingdom. There's a grand bazaar to increase trade for the patricians, and a monument to increase authority of the kingdom. Hope that goes better than the one that happened ages ago. I hope so too. Auction started. The patricians would want to recover their, money. Well, their trade. But they have no money, so they're funding nothing. But they really want that Grand Bazaar. I have broken... The patricians are broke as fuck. They got 0. So, what will y'all pour money into? Like, the monument to increase authority. Oh, I appreciate that. But also the theater to decrease it. Well, that's going to be net 0. You'd have to vote higher than B in order to oust that as the options, and you did, voting for the prison. Lepto spending all your money. And that's everyone except for Mr. 8 Moldman, who's not here. Well played, well played. So, decreasing stability across the kingdom, but increasing authority, which is fine, I suppose. But y'all get to move along. Saving that cash was Galaxy Brain. Truly was. Your mate's not here? No. Everyone's poor. Let's look at the noblest. Ah, Seba, you have 1,000. You got 1,000 funds now because your funding did not go through because, you know, that wasn't built. So you got your money back. Shame when people join and instantly leave. Yeah. But to be fair, that was when I couldn't even start the game because I didn't have enough nobles in. Which is why I'm also in the game. To be fair. But alright. Trade War, Bazaar Port, or Day of Kinship. Let's do the Bazaar Report first. Your Majesty, I have received worrying reports. Worrying and confusing. Well, I'm constantly worried and confused. No. Let me help you out. What's wrong? I have received reports from the little birdies in Grandee Clapton Klepto's manor. She has a most unusual guest. Who? It's you, Your Majesty. Or someone who looks just like you. I have no reason to suspect the Grandees are plotting anything, and yet I can't square this away. Unfortunately, I can't devote too many resources to solving this puzzle with the kingdom in such a lamentable state. Too busy fighting fires elsewhere. I recommend you call a meeting of council and try to do something to put a stop to this. Very well. It'll be triple security around the palace. Conduct a thorough search of the southern manors, delay scheme for a season, or do nothing. Well, Grandees, since there's 2 of you, call for unity. So whatever you do should help increase stability. So what shall we vote for? You should triple that security? Yeah, go for it. You're gonna triple security, so I'm gonna spend some more money, but and authority's gonna go down. But stability will increase. I think that's worthy. Voting has closed and stability increased by 1. The ranks of your palace watch are swollen with new recruits, and a strict curfew is set up within a 2-mile radius of the palace. Stability is now stable out of 5. Authority's gone down by 1 and treasury was spent. Issue to help keep you safe, but the nobles think it's a display of weakness. There are rumors that you're slipping into paranoia. The day of kinship. Your Majesty, the day of kinship has arrived. Today, the regions will come together to honor the achievements of Queen Aiga the Reconciliator. And to show who's really in charge of this kingdom. Yes, of course, no one would dare speak against you. Visitors gather, eager for a spectacle. Stallholders set up shop along the streets, selling food from across the kingdom. Your float awaits, Your Majesty. You ascend the steps to your parade float. It's as tall as a small cottage and wider than an elephant. 10 horses wait at the ready to pull it forward. You choose to build a statue of myself, my predecessors, or nobles of different regions cooperating. Myself. You take your place on a seat right on your effigy's crown. The massive bust accentuates your best features. So rude. Listen. Knock that down later. You can fucking try, Klepto. You can try. I am Claire Omnisider, the Conqueror. The horses drive forward and the crowd roars in excitement, clapping and cheering and throwing rose petals. You can get used to this. And it's got big titties. I got the tig old bitties. As my wake way around the capital, the other floats follow in my wake. We have the military, you do so? Yeah. I also have the barons in my pocket right now. And you know, the grandees have good military. I'm trying to build the patricians back up. You love to, but the South are bootlickers apparently. Y'all wanted your low defiance. The marcher float looks like a forest growing up on a mountainside. Upon it, the barons are eating a lavish feast. Occasionally, Seba throws a chicken leg or a honey cake down to a peasant. The coastal float is a singular crest of an ocean wave. Claire Omnisider and the other patricians are dressed in shimmering chiffon and shiny brocade. Masks dripping with jewels. The whole thing glitters in the sunshine. On the southern float, a mobile temple laden with flowers. Several grandees lounge on gilded sofas, as sniper shadow duels with a ceremonial rapier that whooshes impressively. By the time your parade reaches the lush gardens of St. Cyrnus Park, it's sunset. Towering bonfires banish the dusk. Fluid intake, thank you, thank you. Very jolly, Your Majesty. The Chancellor has been looking forward to this for weeks. Can I get you a drink? A couple, yes. She brings me back a couple of flagons of mead. Cheers! What now, Your Majesty? The night's young. I shall go dancing. Ah, it's the Queen. Do join us, my liege. You join the dancing nobles and peasants. The musicians strike up a new tune, a real crowd pleaser. Be the best dancer in the group? No, I have no chance of that. The musicians strike. Let's see. So find someone to flirt with, lower authority and defiance. Vote B. We shall dance a little, then go home. Even though you can't. You know what? Yeah. I'll find someone to flirt with. Just flirting. I'll lower it, but lower defiance as well. Across the kingdom. There are plenty of gorgeous people around, and everyone's eager to get close to a queen. Ask several people back to the palace. Aw, hell yeah. Why limit yourself to just one invitation? You gather the most beautiful partygoers you could find and bring them to your chambers in the palace. After a busy and pleasant evening, you drift off to sleep. Exactly. Your Majesty, there are some matters that... Oh, ninth god! Apologies. I'll come back when you're in more formal attire. Your advisors won't be able to look in the eyes for some time, but the nobles were happy for a chance to show off. A successful day of kinship indeed. I mean, the fuck else is there too when you're a queen? I mean, yeah. But also, it's a day of kinship. I'm just showing solidarity with everyone across the kingdom. I'm showing my appreciation for all sorts of people across the kingdom. I'm not showing favoritism to any one region. I'm sleeping with everyone. Perfect. Alright, let's address this trade war. Trade has fallen across the kingdom and stability's fallen. Fuck it, you don't think you're rebelling now? Your Majesty, the Republic of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for our perceived crimes against them, notably your refusal to surrender Oriad to their custody. We don't need Kurth. They're our biggest trade partners by far, Your Majesty. Our economy is basically on fire now. Brings a whole new meaning to fuck the king/queen. Exactly. That's for the council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this, but we can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities. Escalate the trade war? Import goods from Ashmead? Lower tariffs and offer exclusive trade to Kurth? Absolutely not. Or send Oriad and the Navy to take Kurth's goods by force. Re-import them from Kurth will lower authority and faith, but will raise farming, trade... Oh, and lower stability. I absolutely want to send in the Navy. Absolutely want to send in the Navy. Let's take Kurth's goods by force. It might lower the military, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. We're going to conquer Kurth. For the sake of keeping Oriad, we will conquer Kurth. Add it to the kingdom. Let's go. Oriad should be the queen of this raid. Exactly. Oriad, let's go. Like I said, she'd be a fine admiral of the Navy and my right-hand woman. No hesitation. Oriad's navy starts patrolling the Ghost Sea, intercepting Kurth vessels and taking plunder wherever they can find it. Of course, Kurth is quick to respond in kind. Increased authority by 2, but lowered the military by 1 in just the patricians' land. The trade war heats up, flaring into open battles on the high seas. So if we continue, could we actually conquer Kurth and add it to the kingdom? I hope so. Meanwhile in the south, Grandee Captain Klepto has invited her closest associates to her manor house for some wine and cheese and treason. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the queen in full view of the palace watch? No, of course not. We need to use the chaos to our advantage. We have 2 options. Ooh, Grandees. Will you lure me to the south to abduct me? You need to raise your own defiance? Or are you going to manufacture a food crisis and kidnap me during the relief efforts? Grandees on the last spot while us barons are on our first? Yeah. Well, see, there wasn't a baron that voted, Seba. And it went with the gunpowder plot. Oh. Y'all are split. The Grandees are split. Oh no. Which one will it be? You're going to manufacture a food crisis, so you need to lower your own farming. Good luck with that. You're the breadbasket of the kingdom. If the south is gripped with famine, we can convince the queen to come down and visit us. Kiss babies, hand out bread, that sort of thing. That's when we strike. One queen rides down to the south, and another queen rides home. Your genius knows no bound. But what about our own citizens? Won't they starve? I'm sure the ninth will protect the peasants. The worthy ones, anyway. You start burning fields. Unfortunately, you can't. For the final stage of their scheme, the grandees must lower their farming to 4 or less. Ooh. If you pass the final scheme, you'll win, but there are exceptions to it. If 2 or more regions pass, the winner will be random. If stability, authority, or treasure hits 0, and a final scheme stage passes, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win, and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. I can only win in ambition events, which will appear after I've acquired an heir, which I have yet to do. The patricians have, like, no money. So I'm going to tax the barons again. Sorry, Seba. Give me money. You're not winning anyways. You're the one with the biggest military, and I am raising your defiance. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? I'm too iron-fisted for you to even dare rise against. Yeah, let's go on about my heir. Despite everything, you still refuse to get married. It's unwise, but I'm willing to accept that I can't persuade you otherwise. There's one other thing you're missing, however. Something even more important than a spouse. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. What do you all think I should do? I don't think I have a bastard child lying around. Yeah, I wouldn't have any bastards lying around. I don't take men into my chambers. Are you serious, Klepto? It was all femme, Klepto. What do you mean? You know what? The church will like and hate this at the same time. I will adopt a lowborn from the orphanage. The nobles won't be too happy with the lowborn being elevated to the status of royal. My mind is made up on this. I'm sure history will remember you as a champion of the people, if it remembers you at all. I'll make the necessary arrangements. Missed me fisting the orphan, you did, Nihilist. I think we'd go back and make it a highlight. And you would take a shit while I become less royal. Yeah, how you doing, Nihilist? Alright, we have a war on Kurth and some silver. Let's do the silver first, Grandees. Excellent news from the south, Your Holiness. Prospectors have discovered deposits of silver on my land. Mining will begin... Wait. Baron Seba waves an ancient parchment. The silver belongs to me. The deposit is on our side of the border, and this scroll proves it. This could get nasty, Your Majesty. The border between the South and the March has always been highly contested. The South did claim it first. But the March have forged their rights. You know, they forged a claim of that land. Or, both regions must share the silver deposit. You licked it first. I don't think y'all are going to go with the Call of Unity. So, I think I know what I'm going to do here. The South, it's not yours. So, you either give it to the March, or you share it with the March. Are you going to give it completely over, or are you going to share? I mean, of course, I want y'all to share it. And grandees, y'all have no reason to deny me a stability rise. After all, you've already passed that phase of your scheme. You can afford to raise my stability back up. You just want to lower your own farming. So, y'all must share. Neither of y'all are happy with that outcome, but we're more stable for it. As they shake hands, their smiles are very tight. Neither of you are happy about it. Laughing your ass off, Sniper. Listen, you'll have to share the silver mine. Split the profits. This is it. Kurth against the kingdom. We've moved past the trade war. Now we're on regular old people war. As if our profits hadn't suffered enough. I hope the council has a plan. They have cannons on their ships, you know. And so do we. Let's raise an armada and force Kurth to surrender. To arms! To war! We will spend more funds. We will raise the military, either of the patricians or across the board. I'm not sure. Might just be the patricians. But we shall fight and conquer Kurth. It's not gonna let me conquer Kurth, but we're gonna imagine we conquered Kurth. We all hate each other, but hate Kurth more. Exactly. I pour funds into shoring up the Royal Navy. Boosting them from 3 to 6. Wow. Hiring freebooters and enlisting new sailors. The Armada meets the Kurth fleet on a stormy night. Guns thunder and fires light up the sky as Oread leads her defectors straight into the firing line of the enemy. 55% chance military check. May my luck from XCOM carry forward for victory! Success! By the time dawn breaks over the Ghost Sea, the Republican Navy has been routed. You are victorious. A Kurth diplomat is hastily dispatched to parley. Your Majesty, the Republic is willing to forgive your past transgressions. This war is not worth the blood that has been spilled. We offer a truce and a return to the status quo. Ooh. Should we have peace and increased stability in trade? Shall we also take their trade routes, get trade and authority? Should we get 10,000 money? Yeah, y'all don't see that. 10,000 money. Or, truce. This is the option I run with. Truce. Only once we have commandeered the remainder of your navy. Increase to finance, raise trade, raise military. I'm going military, bitches. Patricians all the way to 10. From 3 to 10 in a single move. Unbeatable. Loyal. And the trade went up to 3. The Kurth is powerless to prevent your total appropriation of their warships. The Patricians' navy is suddenly the most formidable armada in the known world. I guess we're Britain now? Shit, I guess we are. Aight, loves. We do be in the navy now. Conquer the fucking world, shall we? That was a terrible accent. You don't want to rebel anymore? I'm still in shock. Went from 3 to 10. Glorious, your majesty. With these ships, we will be unstoppable. None shall dare oppose our iron grip on the high seas. Long live the Queen! Indeed. Sitting on a beach outside a sun-bleached villa, 2 patricians meet to plot their latest scheme. Our profits are down. Our companies are being outcompeted by the damn grandees. Of all people. How could this happen? The patrician's aim is to have the highest trade. Alright. Monarch's iron choice to get more authority. Stop the count. I'm not going to do that. Y'all need time to vote. Or the nobles must vote for their least favorite option, and the option with the least votes will pass. I don't like any of those. I'm going to grab iron choice. So I'm going to replace monarch's choice with the iron choice. Just so it has basically just an upgrade. No silver. Let's follow up on the silver mine that y'all shared. Grandee Sniper and Baron Seba arrive in the council chamber side by side. This is the third week in a row with no silver. Why are the miners spending all their time playing this rockball sport anyway? Egad, it was your miners who invented rockball. I can't help that southern workers are competitive. It's a disaster. Even the miners who haven't broken their arms aren't getting any mining done. Treasure's too low to build a fence. Ban rockball, authority, or host an official tournament. Ban rockball. It's obviously dangerous. It's breaking people's arms, apparently. And it's not mining any silver. Let's ban it with that 90% authority check. But, you know, it could be XCOM. We could fail it at 90% anyways. I mean, with how statistics work, probably. 1 in 10 chance of it failing. But let's see. Voting has closed. Authority has increased to 10. Will that come into effect before it does the check? For Metal Ball anyways? Yeah. I'm now tyrannical. You issue a stern proclamation reminding both parties that rocks are for mining, not for sport. There's a strong hint that heads will roll if they don't get back to work and produce some silver. Technically, football was fleshball once. The miners fall in line, transferring the spirit of competition from rockball to silver production. The grandees and barons profit greatly. Stability increased, defiance is increased, trade's increased, and wealth's increased. So the patricians suffer because y'all's trade went up. Alright. Rumblings at the university. Your Majesty, we've been hearing disturbing rumblings from the university. What manner of rumblings? Nasty rumors of secret nighttime meetings in one of the older libraries. The rumor is, they're examining the rules of succession, the very rules that put you on your throne. Who knows what conclusions they may come to? Leave the scholars to their work, they're harmless. We need a spy to uncover the secrets, or summon a scholar immediately. What shall we do? Shall we send a spy? Shall we summon a scholar? Or leave them to their work? Seba, send the army! Also Seba, leave them alone. Fine, what could go wrong? If the army wasn't there? You all know politicians don't actually do what they say they will. True, true. We'll leave them to their work. Increase our stability because, you know, unity. But now I'm only oppressive, I'm not tyrannical anymore. Oh man. Alright, let's deal with our looming bankruptcy because we're under 1,000 gold. Treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. You wanted to rebel too, but we all know the truth. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels. Or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs? Most are buried with piles of gold. Or so I've heard. We could go with inflation and get 10k. I don't want to do that. We could sell off some royal jewelry to decrease authority. Or crack open some tombs to decrease stability. I'll be giving the crown jewels away for free till now. That's true. Yeah, let's sell it off then. Auction off dozens of necklaces, 5 gold rings, and a jeweled scepter to the nobility. It's a humiliating affair. Selling off symbols of power makes me look weak and desperate. Let me talk about this one. If I were actually, selling off those, I could totally spin this. Like, I don't need these symbols of power. Look at me. I am power. I am making the ones that I choose to keep hold even more power. These trinkets, they're not symbols of power. They're mere trinkets. They hold nothing. Nudist queen ending? Ooh, look at this tiara. Fetching, isn't it? Don't mind if I do. Oh no. But patrician, please. You have no money as it is. Hey, check out the scepter. It's like I'm the queen, says the away baron. The AFK baron wants to be queen. Alright. Let's see what this season brings us. Grantees, I'm sorry y'all didn't get to do anything about your farms. You couldn't burn any of them. Also, I have no heir, but I'm planning on adopting. I guess I have to choose who to adopt. Do wish I could kick, move, rearrange people. For real though, for real. Oh well. Costly crossbows, rogue golem, or roving hunters. Let's deal with this golem. A rogue golem has crossed into a territory of the Ashmodean border, your highness. This could be an exciting opportunity. Why did it cross over here? It was instructed to dig a trench, but evidently not told when to stop. It had dug a 16-mile furrow through the landscape and over the border by the time we stopped it. Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead, or with the patricians and grandees. Golems are an offense to the ninth god, and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. If we destroy it, it'll increase stability. Everything else is like a 60% chance. 50% as a source of labor. Does us know what we're doing? Yeah, okay, I'll trust you. I won't make any declaration of what to do. It is purely y'all's call. What do you wish to do? Do you want to use it as a source of labor? Add it to your army? Take it apart and figure out its secrets? Or destroy it? Oh, the grandees are saying use it as labor. Hopefully it fucks up some farms. Lepto. It's gonna affect the Baron's land. It won't affect your farms at all. Alright. A source of labor it is. Increase stability and decrease the faith of the march. Hopefully it affects them so bad it affects us. A capital idea. We'll hook it up to a mill. Tell it to keep cranking handle and hey, presto, endless bread. It works out exactly as described. The golem works tirelessly, grinding flour day and night. You feel my sarcasm? I don't know what you mean. but succeeded. The march is now more fertile than ever, and increased in trade. Not bad. The farmer. You right, Seba, you right. But you didn't vote for that option. Good thing you don't pay attention. Imagine if that increased southern farming. Let's go check out your crossbows. As you're walking beside the palace parade grounds, a crossbow bolt whizzes past your head and shatters against a wall behind you. Off with your head. Baron Mr. 8 Moleman approaches, out of breath and waving frantically. He has a sleek, fancy-looking crossbow nestled in one hand. Great God, my liege, I nearly took your head off. Yeah, these guns are way better than the crossbows. Tell me in 5 words or less why I shouldn't have you executed. I didn't mean to. Finger slip? Damn. That was 6, wasn't it? Sorry to scare you. I just wanted to show you this crossbow. Can shoot 3 bolts a minute and punch through Ashmolean armor at 500 yards. Beautiful, isn't she? Trouble is, to achieve such accuracy and power, she needs to be crafted from springwood. It grows only in the forest of the south, and those southern bastards charge exorbitantly for it. It's the free market, I suppose. Ha! If this is what the free market looks like, let's put it in chains, that's what I say. The barons of the march are guarding your borders, my liege. And yet, we can't afford to buy the weapons we need. The south also guard those borders. If you want to keep your kingdom safe, the grandees must stop price gouging. Your Holiness, this is outrageous. These barons just want a bargain. We put a price cap on the sale of springwood. Should we order the grandees to send springwood to the barons for free? Should we refuse to limit the free market? Or should we plant a springwood grove in the march? 40% chance with the farming. Want the farm roll? No. Should probably put a price cap on the sale of the springwood though. But y'all do as you wish. Y'all do as you wish. Going for that farm roll. Okay. Big farm. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen when we fail that roll. Let them farm cake. Yes, indeed, let them farm cake. Alright. A few weeks later, a wagon load of springwood seeds arrive on the march. They're planted in painstaking rows beside Baron Mr. 8 Moleman's estate, tended by his best farmers, who apparently has no farmers because he's not here. So the farming challenge failed and we spent 800 gold. Unfortunately, the stony soil and bitter weather of the march proved too much for the seedlings. Nothing grows in springwood groves, and the Baron grumbles about my decision of the grandees ratchet up the prices. March, you are more defiant? Your military went down, you wealth decreased, but you did harm the south in increasing their trade. Which actually harms the patricians. At least you didn't increase the farming of the grandees. At least you avoided that. Treasury broke just a little bit. Because the damn patricians wanted to avoid my treasury. Your Majesty, 2 barons are on their way home from an epic hunt and seek shelter for the night. In exchange, they're willing to give you a rare trophy and provide meat for an extravagant feast, if you so wish. Tell me more about these barons. Their names are Seba and Mr. 8 Moleman. As for this particular hunt, it's an ancient marcher tradition. Something about trekking to all 4 corners of the kingdom to claim a bounty from the great animal spirits. Bring them in and set the tables. You don't see your team winning, so you're helping the next gen have an amazing game. Fair, fair. The table is set for a delectable feast. You enjoy the company of the two barons while the storm rages outside. The meat they provide is said to come from their latest kill, Hortusk, an ancient boar the size of a castle. You're not sure you believe their story, but it certainly tastes better than anything you've had for a long time. But later that night, you hear strange noises coming from their quarters, like a pig squealing and snorting. What on Celeste Ath did they bring in here? I'll investigate. I creep down the corridors and push open the door. The former barons stand before you, transformed into hideous, porcine beasts that stand on two legs, with snouts, tusks, and floppy pink ears. Your Majesty, don't look at us. What in the devil is wrong with you? You can't figure out how to make people vote authority down, though? It was the meat, my liege. We hunted and butchered an ancient legendary beast. We were told it was cursed, but we were also told devouring the beast, the spirit of the forest itself, would bestow great power. We never thought this would be our reward. But I ate that meat as well. I'm so sorry, Your Highness. This is the first time this has happened. We haven't eaten this meat for days now. Perhaps a single meal is not enough to trigger the curse? You're beautiful? I won't tell anyone. No? Guards, get the fuck in here. You can identify a mix of surprise and shame on their hideous faces. There is no fight. The creatures go quietly. What do we do with them, Your Majesty? The other barons may become suspicious if we hold them for too long. Execute them quietly and say they were lost on the hunt. Expose their secret and hand them over to the barons, and secretly set them free. Expose their secret and hand them to the barons. I spread the word far and wide. Seba and Molman are beasts in human form, transformed by a dark curse. The other barons are stunned by this revelation, but appreciate your candidness. They agree to take prisoners back to the march and decide what should be done, and decrease their defiance. Less likely they can rebel now. Seba and Molman have both died, and have been succeeded. That resets their money. Oh no, it doesn't reset the money. Okay. Wait, you died? I'm not sure if you actually died, but you were in jail anyways. You may be executed. It's unclear. Ooh, auction time. Let's go over our options. We got the stadium or the theater to be built in the barons to decrease either military for the barons or authority across the land. For the grandees, there's a deer park and a military built to either lower their farming or increase their military. And for the patricians, they can build an aqueduct or a grand bazaar to increase either their farming or their trade. The patricians definitely want to increase their fucking trade. So, the only patrician that exists will put all 200 in the bazaar and not expect to get it anyways. The grandees want the deer park, and the barons want the theater. Fair enough. Yeah, Seba, you are at 0 now. That was all your money. Good to know that if you try to put in more than you have, it just puts in max. Oh, you just spent your other 500 there, Sniper? What did you fund? See. Oh, you put that in Deer Park as well. Keep note, you don't have to be the highest. It's the top 2 that get funded and built. Loan 1 million grandees. Alright, so we're constructing the Deer Park and the theater. If we're not flexing, what's the point of being rich? Well, if you're flexing, you're out of money and you're not rich anymore. but alright. Successfully lowered authority and the grandee's farming. Alright. Let's finally talk about my heir. Quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council, holding a small child in my arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my adopted low-born daughter, to increase stability. The silence continues, excepting a few stifled coughs. After an awkward pause that is stretched out to over a minute, there's finally some sporadic applause. The nobles don't appreciate you inducting a low-born child into the royal family, but whether they like it or not, by designating an heir, I've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Holiness, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir? What is her name? Claire II. Praise the Ninth, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Claire II to grow up to be a chip off the old block. And now I have an heir. Did the deer park make it? It did. But, yeah, I have an heir now. And military is pretty high across the board. Let's look at this growing crowd. Your Majesty, something is definitely happening at the university. People are massing outside the Library of Old Law. People? In the university? This is surely witchcraft. It may be, or worse, they may be being educated. Wish you could read the screen, but you have bad resolution. You're just guessing? Oh, okay. The law is too precious to leave to scholars, or the people, surely. What should be done about the escalating trouble on Quail University's Library of Old Law? Should we burn down the library? Let it stand to lower my authority? Or arrest the scholar and get some answers? What was the name of the green group? Yeah, patricians. You know what? Hey guys, let's be funny here. Let's be funny here. The university stands for truth. That is my choice. We keep the university standing. It's my iron choice. It should net out to do nothing, but it forwards the plot along that line of keeping the university. Which is a chance for me to die, but I have an heir now, so it's fine. Erasmus Montanus style? I don't get that reference, Seppa. I don't know what that means. Yes. The council agrees that nothing is to be done about the potentially seditious activities of the scholars at Kale University. Over the next few months, the Library of Old Law becomes a nexus of revolutionary rhetoric. People talk openly about my legitimacy to the throne. Oh, net lost one authority. That's fine, we're stable. Except for my fevered dreams. Over the course of the autumn, I find myself plagued by horrific dreams. I'm running through open woods full of screams as my colossal jaws bite beast and human alike. Seppa, you can't revel. You have to be higher than stability and authority. So, sadly, there's nothing you can do. Besides, I have the patricians in my pocket. I am always hunting, always hungry. The council has noticed my lack of sleep, as I become tired and irritable during court sessions. Something must be done. I need to seek out a wood switch for folk remedy. While the spy master keeps an ear out for rumors of magic, I begin my search in my spare time. I can only hope that I'll find someone before it's too late. Where's the Oriad? I haven't seen her in a while. Where's the woman I want to wife? Where's the Oriad? Yeti Precisions don't want you 2-year vacation? Who should I tax? No one's got money, except for Molman there, so let's just do a common tax. Let's just do a common tax. Special surprise, my ambition, a low on lumber. Special surprise? Hello. That would... Oh, it's Oriad! It's been a long day of council sessions. You stopped by Oriad's quarters before retiring for the night. Chance submission that she wanted to see you. Inside, you met a peculiar sight. She's laid out a table with expensive food. A bottle of wine cools an ice bucket. Candles flicker in the darkness. You're that gay shit in your veins. Same. Your luminance. I want to thank you for everything you've done in keeping me safe. Can't say anyone's ever gone to war for me before. Is this what I think it is? It is merely a token of my gratitude, my queen. The least I could do. Are you imagining it? Or do you hear a tinge of affection in the way she says, my queen? She's never called you that before. I shall join her and be merry. I enjoy a night of good wine and questionable food. She tells me stories of the faraway, mist-laden Kurth, her former life as a senator, and her escapades as an outlaw. To tell you the truth, my crimes against Kurth were more than I initially let on. If I had succeeded, you might have called it a coup. But the Republic is not what it once was, and I was young and headstrong. I understand. Hope you want to change things. You need a 3-part anime of shitty monarch and super badass gun pirate? Yes, that's me in a nutshell. Always aiming high. She glides closer to you, her wine-speckled lips glistening in the candlelight. A stray hand creeps behind your shoulder. She's either about to kill me, or about to slay me. Never stop aiming high. She's gonna stab me in the back, isn't she? Draw her in for a passionate kiss. Suddenly, I lose myself in her embrace. I suddenly forget my crown, my responsibilities, my whole kingdom. All that matters is her. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have done that. But I want to be with you, Orphan. And I with you. But your advisors, your nobles, won't they get suspicious? I can't hide in the shadows forever. Then marry me. You want that? If that's what you want. Of course. She looks uncharacteristically timid for a moment, then embraces you. Let us spend the night together and celebrate a little longer. There'll be a lot to straighten out in the coming months. Girl, we ain't straightening anything now. We're making it gayer. A whole lot gayer. Let's go. You do so gladly. A wine-fueled, laughter-ridden night ensues. Wake up the next morning with a splitting headache, or he had strong arms wrapped around you. Hell yeah! Low on lumber. Your August Majesty, will you tell these superstitious barons to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need the wood for our craftspeople. I've told you 1,000 times, Lady Patrician. That forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging there. But you sold us a logging contract, and said contract has no exclusions for haunting. Your esteemed highness, the barons can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. Should we fence the area off? Should we turn the forest into a Jote coastal marcher hunting reserve? Should we let them harvest the lumber but share with the barons? Or, the patricians have a contract and may go logging. I'm going to veto making it a hunting reserve. But otherwise, pick whichever you wish. I need to increase my authority. It's gone down to 5. Like, yikes. What the grandees are saying to fence it off. Ah. Seppa's going to let the patricians go logging, or would, if the grandees weren't voting against. Curious, curious. Politely fence it off. But my lumber, I paid for that. Authority challenge failed. Give it a rest, won't you? The council has spoken, and it's for your own good. But it doesn't end there. Illegal logging camps pop up near the ancient grove, and the barons are forced to station soldiers in defense. Lady Patrician denies any involvement, to no one's surprise. Let's realize my ambition. At the start of the reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. You look like you plan to live up to those words. The kingdom's army is stronger than ever before. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your noble scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. You advisors have some ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, take command of their armies, and force them to submit. Or, if you're looking to unite the nobles rather than smash them, you can declare war on the Ashmodean Empire. They'll forget their schemes, if you win. So, should I go for authority in military or farming in military? Well, I think I'm going to target authority because I want that up anyways. A wise decision, your majesty. I'll be putting together my plans. But of course, it won't be easy. Your priority is to raise your authority in the kingdom's overall military as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Your scheme? It feels like you never had one. It's true, Seba. I'm sorry it gave you a completely random scheme. Yours just stopped altogether. Honestly, that's one of the things that sucks with some of these schemes. Because I've been through a few of these games, only being the Monarch once. It's just like, oh, I don't have any options to doing anything to lower my farming or lower faith. Like, I can't do anything. Might be a queen pirate lady win. It really do be though. The Royal Gamble plus 500 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option.
I've got good news. You see, there's no need to wonder where your god is. Because he's right here. And he's fresh as mercy.
Perfect. I'm gonna adopt the Royal Gamble and get rid of Veto. God damn, been a while since you've seen that one. Tower Bridge, best version of SAO. Ambition, tyranny, witch hunting, illegal logging. I'm gonna check into my ambition first. Low bar, but you agree? It's true. You've done some redecorating in the throne room, anticipating your future as an iron-fisted tyrant. When the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. And thanks, Seba, for the follow. I like what you've done with the place. Lots of chains and spikes. Is that a working iron maiden? I oiled the hinges myself. Very good. The master artificer looks after her tools. But that's nothing. You pull a lever in your throne, and a trap door opens just to the marshal's left. Beneath it is a pit full of writhing snakes. All deadly, of course. Ha! Classic! Let them try to vote against you now! She composes herself. This is all fun and games, your majesty, but the nobles won't stand for it right now. Try to intimidate them like this, and they'll just raise a rebellion. That's what you're for. Exactly. You need to win the loyalty of the troops. Force them to answer directly to you, instead of to the patricians, grandees, and barons. You've shown that you've the makings of a strong commander, and the kingdom's armies are formidable right now. We can work with this, your majesty. I'm off to tour the kingdom to make sure the troops are whipped into shape. Once they're ready, we'll assume control. And make sure you close that trapdoor before the nobles come and see it. Your goal is to raise your authority and the kingdom's overall military as much as you can. Doing that the whole game. Intimidate? No one can intimidate me. Sure, Seba. Sure. I'll intimidate you with my wings. Look at my wings. My big wings. Intimidating, you know? Let's look at the witch hunting that's going on. For weeks, you searched for a witch or warlock that could treat your dark and bloody dreams. Blue Sky's eye is shit if I went and eat my bowels. Knowing the church would be outraged if they found out, you must take discreet action in your witch hunt. Have my army scour the countryside. Excellent. As quietly as possible, your loyal officers and generals all over the kingdom keep an eye out for anyone who could help you. You can only hope a clue turns up soon. Not only are the dreams getting more frequent, they're more vivid. You're starting to doubt their dreams at all. And that illegal logging business. Your Highness, I've received reports of logger bandits holed up in camps inside my ancient grove. I've sent patrols, but my people are too afraid to approach the cursed trees. No doubt they're under Lady Patrician's command. We must order her to pull the loggers out, lest they anger the tree spirits that dwell there. By the 9th, you've no proof the loggers are mine. Stop wasting the council's time. Yeah, really, stop wasting my time with this logging business. Should we hire mercenaries? That would empty the fucking treasury. We're not doing that. Should we send the spy master to investigate the loggers and their funding? Should we set fire to the forest and smoke them out? Or should we leave them be? Let us... I would like to send in the spy master to investigate the loggers and their funding. We will get evidence. That'll go back to the patricians. Thank you. We will end this series of events. We'll get it to stop. And also, we will increase, you know, the wealth of certain participants. And raise kingdom authority while we're at it. Spy Master is quick and quiet. Barely a week later, she returns with her report. I found receipts from all across the coast mentioning the sale of magical lumber, which seems incredibly popular and especially profitable. Raising Claire, the patrician's wealth. She presents a wad of papers as evidence. Depths below, woman, you've made your point. We've no ancient groves in the coast, and us patricians actually appreciate exotic woods. The Seba aren't using the trees for anything. Such waste is a crime itself. I'll warn you once more. The grove is ancient, powerful, and sacred. You have to do something about this, Malish. Cease logging. May continue logging if she shares the profits. Or she makes a good point. You know, Seba, you want your defiance to raise, so I'll help you out there. So what kind of exotic wood people actually need. Ayo! She makes a good point. Let the logging continue. Elise, you don't understand. These trees are dangerous. Dangerous? What are they going to do? Wave their branches around and protest? Her question is answered only a few months later, when the loggers, despite Seba's continued protest, reach the heart of the ancient grove. Almost overnight, the forest comes alive as if defending itself. Trees uproot and start walking, talking, and devouring the hapless lumberjacks. But they don't stop there. Before long, they're rampaging across the march. Villages are destroyed, and merchants are snatched from the roads and eaten alive. Maxed out defiance. You can rebel. Well, actually, sadly, Klepto, I don't think Seba can rebel. Because, there's another Baron that would have to vote. So I think, sadly, Seba can't even rebel even if he tried. No? It's just 50%? Oh, okay, okay. If it's just 50%, then that's good. Then yes, you can rebel if you want with your 6 military versus 10 from the patricians alone. Sure, sure, sure. My heir. If I win the game, the heir will succeed me. If I die before completing my ambition, the nobles may vote one of their claimants. And the heir. One or more regions are able to rebel, as their defiance status higher than both authority and stability. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the 2 rebelling regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. If stability, authority, or treasure hit 0, the rebels will win the civil war. You need to have 10 or higher, which the barons managed to get. That was a lot of defiance in a single event. Alright, so but now you can exclamation mark rebel. Now. Alright. Go ahead, type it in. So, next season, you'll start the rebellion. So you have seen 99% fights go in favor of the 1%? Alright, let's deal with these trees. My liege, ever since those bird-brained patricians tried to cut down our ancient grove, the trees have been rampaging across the march. You just said the forest was haunted. Lots of forests are haunted. You should have said composed of ancient cursed trees that swallow people whole. The grove is older than the kingdom itself. It's no wonder it held such power. Please, your highness, assemble the council. We have to appease the trees. Well, we can set fire to the march. Do you want that, Seba? Do you want us to burn the farms? Bring in coastal soldiers to help? Or the barons can deal with it alone? I'm going to gamble in you bringing in the soldiers to help, since that's a 97% chance of victory. I'm going to wager you want a victory there. Help take down the tree people. Come on. Nah, fuck it. Come on, Seba. You need to vote, Seba. Seba, you gotta burn the entire march in your farming? Gotta vote against me, I see. Damn you. I lost that gamble. Council votes to burn the entire forest. Of course, the forest is mobile, which presents a much harder challenge. In the end, the barons are forced to light a lot of fires. You went from 4 to 1, Seba. Drop stability by 2. Soon, half the march is on fire. Once the smoke clears, the ancient killer trees are no more. May they never return. University Delegation. Your August Majesty, a delegation has arrived from the university. Oh, have they discovered something? Only potted plants left to think. Probably. Yes, your Serene Highness. The Provost enters the throne room with a bow. She's bearing with her an ancient document. This is written in the hand of Queen Alma herself. It has just been deciphered, and it declares that any queen who harms a member of the university must abdicate immediately. Really? Let me take a closer look at that. The Provost hands the document to you. It's indeed written in the ancient legal tongue, impenetrable to all but the supremely educated. Yes, yes. We can do better. Get a pen. Your Highness, you cannot be suggesting forging the words of Queen Alma herself. I tell you, I won't do it. Are you sure? Because I have an empty oubliette just begging for an occupant. The Provost, a scholar of great renown accustomed to fine dining in a feathered bed, is quickly persuaded to draft a new law instead. Well, what should this law say? Well, I'll say. The Provost of the University must marry a farm animal. The University must send scholars into the armies. Or the University must pay a large stipend to the Crown. I don't care what you vote for. I think C is funny. But y'all can vote for whatever you wish. C is hilarious. Just remember, I'm forcing the Provost to write this. So she herself is writing that she must marry a farm animal, and every future Provost of the University must do the same. The other two make sense. C is funny. B has no effect. I mean, it would. It would increase military across the kingdoms. Wouldn't it? I'm gonna raise the stability, yeah. Alright, raise the stability. The Provost can barely move the pen across the page, but she does it. The document is created and entered into law. The whole city gathers to watch the resulting ceremony, in which the University Provost is bonded in matrimony to a goat called Maureen. Military across all adjusted positions, which is max. True. She got married to Maureen the goat. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the goat eats her hat. The church are only too delighted to officiate. It is a marvelous affair. My tyranny ambition. I've been surveying the troops across the kingdom. 70% military check. Oof. Listen to the report. They're a complete mess. Barely know how to march in line. One of them won a fight against a training dummy, and I've been asked to give him a medal. What do we do? I'll sort it out, Your Majesty. Just like always. Need to raise as much as possible next 2 seasons. Challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I could not raise stability or authority high enough or defiance low enough. Barons are now in open rebellion. Should we raise the Barons' military or lower kingdom authority? Should we lower the grandees' farming or their trade? Should we increase the patricians' faith or their trade? And honestly, the patricians would want to raise their fucking trade. So they're going to pour everything into the bazaar. The patricians still want to increase their trade, and they don't do much. They're used to having 0 money in their pockets at this point. So now y'all are vying for position number 2. Which I think the grandees really want to keep lowering their farming. Man, this kingdom has no farming. The barons have no farming. The patricians have next to no farming. And you grandees want to lower your own farming. And y'all are the breadbasket, and you want to lower your farming. We're not gonna have any food in the entire kingdom. We just have war, no farming? Shit, we're going the Viking route, aren't we? Damn. Alright. So the barons are now rebelling with no victory points. The mob rises, and that's the only thing we can do right now. Your Majesty, the South is suffering a terrible food shortage. They've asked you to visit them and bolster the morale of their starving peasants. Must I? This will be painless and good for your public image. But there's a war on! Given the rebellion, it's more important than ever to get the Grandee's suite. If they were to join the rebel side, you'd be doomed. If they want you to go south and show your face, hand out some bread, kiss some babies, you have no choice. That's what you must do. Very well. Servants, prepare my things. I embark on a long, perilous journey down south. After crossing searing deserts and dried-out riverbeds, you reach your destination, a southern city. The streets are dotted with starved beggars, their ribs sticking through their skin. Kicks, baby? I mean, for real. I already killed an orphan earlier today. Like a freshly born orphan. I'm not afraid of kicking a baby. Gonna be much easier. Your Majesty, I'm glad to see you. Come, let's lend our aid to the needy. You spend the day handing out bread to a hungry mob. As the sun sets, Grandee Captain Klepto invites you back to her manor house. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat at the high table, Your Majesty. Can I get you a drink? No need. Suit yourself. More for me. Your southern battle nuns head off to pray, leaving you and Grandee Captain Klepto completely alone. Is it Your Majesty, your imagination, or did they share a nod of understanding with the Grandee before they left? Your Highness, there's someone I want you to meet. You hear soft footsteps. A curtain parts. You are suddenly confronted by yourself. Well, aren't you a stunner? Well, aren't you a stunner? The voice is almost, but not quite, identical to your own. A little too nasal. Do you like it? Took a year of training to get the voice right. I love it. Can I keep it? Alas, Your Majesty, this creature belongs to me. And unlike you, it does what I say, which makes it a definite upgrade. Men. A dozen southern soldiers suddenly loom from the shadows. Strong hands seize you and roughly bundle you toward the door. Quick, just make sure her body won't be discovered. A bag is stuffed over your head and your arms tied behind your back. You load it onto a mule like a sack of grain. As you jolt around on the mule, you have plenty of time to contemplate your upcoming demise. It's funny, the kingdom won't even notice you're gone. When the bag is finally whipped off your head, you find yourself perched at the end of a pier, standing over a mud-brown lake. Dozens of crocodiles swim and snap below. Any last words? Perhaps you wish to offer a prayer to the ninth god for salvation? Crocodiles? Really? Yes, and it's the dry season. They're hungry. Let me show you. Grandee Captain Klepto takes a run up and kicks you firmly off the plank. The crocodiles thrash and spin, fighting each other to reach you. The water turns red. Long live the new queen, same as the old queen. Grandees, you fucking killed me. Nobody would ever know that the queen had been replaced by an imposter. It doesn't mention in the history books. Only the Grandees knew, and they took the secret to their graves. The barons, led by Seva, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing besides distracting the queen while cunning schemers took the throne. You gonna go now? Alright, see ya, Seva. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good stream. It took a while. Wow. The patricians failed to turn the kingdom's debts against it, and the moment had passed. Ever practical, they set about collecting interest in hoarding wealth, waiting for time to scheme once more. The Grandee's doppelganger was in power long enough to name Santana as her heir before meeting her own unfortunate end. The Grandee's grip on the crown was secure, for now. Queen Claire Kurthbane. Kurthbane? Where did that come from? Successor, Santana. No spouse? That's a lie. Poorest noble, the patrician. Look at the kingdom stats. That was a great run despite the lack of participants. Yeah, that was actually fun. I look forward to doing more of these. And with 6 authority, 8 stability, only 700 gold in treasury. Defiance 10 on the barons, and With 10 military and the patricians. Hey, Klepto, thanks for the follow. About fucking time, damn. After you killed me. You have to join a later date for that? It might be impromptus, but, of course, you know, you can always join the Discord to know when that kind of thing might happen. And, I think we'll continue the Dynasty next time. That game will include Dynasty events, continuing the story of previous events. And nobles will return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. I think that's what'll happen next time, of course. Oh, neat. There we go. But, as far as the impromptu stream, this is gonna have to be it. Because, this is actually longer than my normal streams, but also... it was only intended to kill the Orphan of Kos and Bloodborne, and we did that quickly. And I didn't feel like having a 40-minute stream, so... we played this, and it was hella fun, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Tuesday, I'll be continuing Bloodborne, and... maybe wrapping the game up, or be killing some other bosses. I don't know. But other than that, I'll play some more King of the Castle at some point. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But for now, we have to find someone to, raid on over to. Let's see if anyone else is playing some King of the Castle. Because, you know, that'd be good. They want some more, nobles, of course. Let's see. Let's, who seems good? Let me turn off my desktop audio so I can, pop in on the streams and hear them and how they're going. Oh, hey, I'm on that list. Cool. Not too many people. Go to somewhere with low count, though, so we can really help them out a bit. The undefeated King Kuru. Wait, they're not a tuber. Hold up. Let's go over to, Illumi J. They look fine and fun. So yeah, new person. I've never talked to them before. Let's give them a raid. And our message today shall be Brandy's did not replace me. Yes, they did. And if you have access to my blade emote, blade emote. And I hope to see you again soon. But until then, goodbye. You better come the fuck back, please.